Welcome to Big Dream Sports TV. My name's Andrew Layton, and sit beside me is Greg Perkins and Owen Gilliland, and we are your hosts. Today we got a great show ahead of you guys, but we'll be right back right after this break. Welcome back to Big Dream Sports TV, and we're going to get right into it with Drew's Tips. And Drew's Tips today is about how important it is to make sure you get good grades your freshman year, and how important if you do fall behind, you go talk to the teacher about making sure you stay ahead. And then with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get right into Big Dream's Hot Topic. And Big Dream's Hot Topic is all about what the comment James Cook had to say. And that comment, whoa, he is talking about 239 football, fellas. And very disrespectful, very.
Maybe we might want to explain it. Well, there it is. Explain to some people who he is. First of all, I'm not sure everybody knows who he is. So.
Okay, well, James Cook is the little brother of Dalvin Cook, Florida State star running back. And he has been to the state championship, twice? Once so far, and he's literally been doing it up in Pop Warner. And he plays for Miami Central. And he posted this comment on Twitter about, Darian Felix and about how Fort Myers
have selfish players.
Selfish players.
Oh.
And we can't get it done. Like Estero 98-99 was the only team to make it to the state championship.
That's your team?
Yeah, my team.
Shout out to Drew Layton.
Appreciate it.
Besides Bishop Verot.
Yes.
Besides Bishop
public school. We'll say public school. And that's why he made the statement. So, Owen, what do you feel?
Well, I mean, here's the thing about it. It comes from a respected high school football player from the other coast. Mm-hmm. And what he's saying isn't all, fiction. He has a point. We haven't beat them in the playoffs. Our Pop Warner teams do lose to them. But my perspective is, it's not because of lack of talent. I think it's a lack. I think it's more about our kids over here, when they go into high school, they're thinking more about themselves and what they can do for themselves.
Yes.
As far as to get to the next level or a scholarship, instead of staying with one team, and it's transfer things too. They start at one place and they go to another. The big thing is staying with one team, molding yourselves and gelling is the big thing. It goes back to the same thing with like the Miami Heat. They had the big three. They were supposed to, go undefeated. But even them coming together, it took 1-2 years before they even got a championship. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing on this level. You can't just throw, a bunch of people together, 1 year and expect to win. It takes years and years and years of molding and gelling, to do that. And, I feel like, and they start over in the Pop Warner level, and those guys stay together. Right. They plan to stay together. They commit to each other. I know if we had school, choice when I was there, I played for the Fort Myers Rebels. If we could have went to any school we wanted to and kept everybody, I know for a fact, even being that young, we would have stayed in one spot. We probably have a state title, to be honest with you. We had all kinds of, athletes all over the place. And I think that these kids these days need to focus on more, the team aspect and what you can do because if the team wins, we all win.
Exactly.
I don't think the Rebels was that good. Now.
You don't think the Rebels?
1991. No. I'm not dating I was going to date myself. National champions. That's all I'm going to say.
No, but besides that, I feel like it starts from Pop Warner. To be honest with you, it's a lot of favoritism in Pop Warner. Mm-hmm. A lot of coaches are the fathers of some of these kids, knowing their kids not the quarterback, knowing their kids are not the running backs. So how I feel about that is a lot of people see that favoritism and be like, I don't want to have my son go there. That goes for cheerleading. That goes for volleyball. That goes for any sport. They just, they see that and they be like, I don't want my child going over there. So they go take them to a spot where they can actually cheer for their child, actually see their child develop. And I feel it starts in Pop Warner.
But why is it different over there than it is over here?
Because
why
they
the
literally-
parents are different?
No, they
Or-
literally stick together and they believe in the system, because if you get a great coaching staff and they come together as one and they get these kids to stay in the same school like we did when we were at Estero in 98, we literally stayed together for freshman year. We had a couple guys that left here and there, but the core of us, we stayed together from freshman to senior year in high school, and we had 28 players on that team.
And I can tell you, I played against those guys. They weren't that good
Yeah.
sophomore, junior year, but they came out that senior year, and that was the whole same guys, different teams.
Different team, and it was all about, you know, the accountability that I held for the guy next to me. I knew, you know, if I'm going to war, the guy next to me was really about that. He was gonna go to war with me. But nowadays, you have so many kids transferring from school to this school, and you know, nobody has an identity. Like, oh, they get terrified when you go to a school and, oh, this guy rushed for 2,000 yards, so I'm a running back, I'm gonna go somewhere else. Why? Won't you just get in the system and compete with them?
So you think the problem is everybody's competing against each other around here?
Well, I think everybody.
Individually.
I think the kids nowadays are scared of competition. Like me personally, I think they are scared of competition.
They could be. I could see that, but
So we all agree it's not the talent.
it's not.
no, it's
Right.
not talent.
if you sit up here and you literally, we have, you know, our kids that stood up this week. You know, you had Rocky. You know, this guy had 8 sacks. Like,
Yeah, we'll
how-
get into that later, but
Yeah, but this is the type of talent we have around here. You had Darian Felix with, you know, 200 some odd yards.
But in Pop Warner, we didn't hear about him.
But the whole point is, if
He
you
went to Cyprus.
but if you stay together as a team, you know, when you get sent to a school, you stay with that school. You build a program. That's what it's all about doing, building a program.
committing to each other,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
And that's what they're doing over there.
It's-
You know,
but it's
they got
Miami,
the same
too.
guys,
And
same
yeah,
team.
It's Miami too versus Fort Myers.
but it's also.
I don't care. I think we're just as good as they are. I don't
No,
care.
we
I
good.
don't care
We
how
good,
big
but
Miami
they got,
Fort
but
Lauderdale
like you
and all that
say,
is.
but like you say, they got talent everywhere. They can spread out. We got talent the same way, but we stick all in one area. I mean, what school do you send them to?
Well, that's
What
one.
school do you pick for everybody to go?
That's one of the biggest things about, you know, South Florida. They have St. Thomas Aquinas where they can recruit kids, and literally they build the program off of those kids. And then now we don't have a school like that
Well,
around
that's a
here.
reputation. That's where kids want to go. And I
But
think
they
that's-
built the program. The program didn't just start like that.
Right, right.
So, and that's what I'm saying. You have to build a program. Somebody has to be that key pioneer to build the program.
Well, you know, the other thing I feel about, I think we're giving James Cook way too much pub and way too much talk, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
I mean, way too much credit. I think we got worked up way too much over his comments. I think we should just handle our business over here, do our thing this year. Somebody do something just to make him quiet.
That's what, hey, you heard it here first. We'll be right back right after this small break. Welcome back to Big Dream Sports TV. And I have with me some great guys, man. Corey and Devin, both Bishop Verot football players. How you guys doing today?
Doing good. Thank you for having us.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, these guys are some wonderful young men, and I'm glad that they blessed us with their presence on the show. So we're going to get in right into the questions I have for these guys. Corey, you first. What do you think is the difference between a public school and a private school?
Definitely discipline.
Discipline.
They set us to I feel like a higher standard
Uh-huh.
when it comes to you know, making sure your shirt tucked in, uniform-wise, and, you know, they just trying to set us up for greatness. And I like it. It's like a job. It's like a job. I
Hey,
like
come
it.
professional.
Yes, sir.
D, what you say?
Same thing as Corey, really. Like, they have a lot of expectations of you. The work is harder. It's more of it's better, though. It's better.
Okay. Now, I'm assuming both of you guys attended public schools before.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now with the academics, do you feel like it's easier in public schools than private schools?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
way easier.
Yes, sir. I
Way
feel like
easier,
it.
way
Yes, sir.
easier.
Okay. Now, what about, since you guys are athletes, what about the sports competition? Do you feel like you guys are not getting the recognition that you deserve just because you go to a private school, the competition level? Is it that much different?
Yeah, at an extent, yeah, I would say yes. You know, you got a lot of big name schools around here like Fort Myers, and they usually going deep into the playoffs. And you know, at Bishop Rowe, you know, we trying to do big things, coming off a great season last year, and we got a little bit of recognition, but we trying to step it up. We trying to
Keep building the program.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. What you say, D?
Same thing. Like, they feel, I think people feel like since we're in 4A, a lower division, and we're a private school, that we're not as good because the people we play, you know. So that's kind of
Now, what do you dislike about your school?
the uniforms, man.
Man.
I'm not used to having to wake up every morning throwing a uniform every day, but it is.
Yeah, I can kind of see where, you know, that can be uncomfortable because you want to be that your own person, but at the same time, you go to school, everybody is looking the same.
Yeah.
So you really can't identify, you know what I'm saying, your creativity when it comes to fashion.
Yeah.
So, but I think, you know, you become a better person when they wear uniforms, you know, and you learn how to be professional.
Yes, sir.
What you think, Corey?
Man, I agree with Devin at an extent. You know, the uniforms, I mean, they're a hassle sometimes, but you know, you got to see what they're trying to do. Like when you're a job, you can't wear whatever you want when you have your own job.
Right,
I mean, you got to dress up and you got to get used to that, and that's how I feel.
Okay. So now, you guys came off a bad loss Friday, and but you guys performed well. Like I must say, you had what, 7 for 131,
Yes,
2
sir.
TDs.
Yes, sir.
So, and I know who threw him the ball. So you know what I'm saying. It was a great performance by you guys. But how do you think, you know, you guys can build up your team to make Bishop Verot that school that people will talk about?
I just think, you know, we got to come together as a team, and like everything's there. You know, even when we're at practice, you know, everything's crisp, everything's there, but we just got to gel together. You know, we got everything down. We got the talent. We got some kids on defense that can really hit. We got a good lineman. It's just we got to gel. And last year, what really helped us last year is, you know, everybody was tight. We were gelled, and you know, I got your back, you got my back. Let's ride. And that's how it got to be this year. And I feel like as soon as we come together, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna show some people. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. Like we don't play as a team right now. We play as like individuals.
Oh man, it's a team sport. Y'all can't
Yeah.
play like that.
Yes, sir.
That's how it seems right now. Like we don't play as a team, but when we do, we'll do something. We'll do a little something.
Okay. Now you guys are heading to this week. You just came off a private school, I'm assuming, that you guys played.
Yes, sir.
Right. So now you're going to play the public school, and you going to see that different competition level. You guys have to come out and make a statement that, you know, private schools are not just old geeks off the
Yes,
street.
sir.
You guys can ball too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what do you feel, you know, how are you preparing yourself to go into this week's game?
Watching a lot of film,
Uh-huh.
preparing, doing what I can as a player to help my team out and work hard in practice every day, and different things like that.
QB?
Man, I think the one thing we got to do right now is put that loss behind us. You know,
Definitely.
we got to forget about that. We didn't compete how we wanted to compete. It didn't go in our favor. But now we got to put it behind us and go on to Mariner. And it's definitely, like you said, film. That's the big part of it. We got to watch film. We got to know what we're doing. You know, and just go out there and play the game we know how to play. And I think last week we didn't play the game how we played.
Yeah, because you guys are coming off of a tough loss. They coming off of a win. So they're going to come out with a little more confidence in you guys. You guys are officially the underdogs.
Yes, sir.
So, you're the captain of the team, and you're the captain of the team. So you guys have to come in and make sure your guys are motivated and ready and understand that you guys are capable to pull out a win this week.
Yes, sir.
So with that being said, man, I'm glad to have you guys on.
Thank you for having
I
us.
really appreciate it and look forward to seeing you guys again.
Appreciate it.
My boys.
Yes, sir.
My man. We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back to Big Dream Sports TV. Listen, it's time to get into the meat and potatoes. Southwest Florida scores and highlights. But first, I have my guest on the show, and I want to show you how incredible this young man really is. This kid did a backflip and caught the football. Now you tell me, how amazing is that?
Man. Give me a trampoline, maybe. Still probably couldn't do it. I know I couldn't do that.
Listen, very talented kid. So this is the type of quality we bring on the show.
Yeah, that other coast.
Yeah, and they talk, James Cook, really, son? Really? This is
gotta
what we
cut
got
it.
over here. If we put it together, it's gonna get ugly.
Yeah, James.
So now we're gonna get into Southwest Florida scores that we have. So the first game we have is, we're gonna talk a little bit about Fort Myers and who they played, Palmetto.
Palmetto.
Yeah.
Palmetto. Closer than I thought it was gonna be,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
I literally thought Fort Myers was gonna pull it off. But if you
Which
don't
they
have,
did,
but if you don't have a air game, oh my God, they didn't throw the ball. The receiver didn't get not one catch.
Not one catch.
I guess
So-
you don't need to, I mean, when you got a back like that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's closer than I thought it was gonna be. It makes me wonder how strong they actually are this year, to be honest with you. I feel a little less confident about them this week than I did last week,
And
personally.
I think city-wise, they strong.
right.
I don't think nobody's gonna do nothing.
But then, they saying Fort Myers is the team to beat in Fort Myers, but then when Fort Myers goes outside of Fort Myers, we lose. So is Cook
That's what
right?
it is.
Time to change it, but
Time to change it?
makes me wonder.
Okay. And then we had a great game between South and Island Coast because we had a lot of rain delays this week. And
But you thought it was gonna be kind of a blowout.
no,
Cap
Cap thought it was a
thought it was
blowout.
gonna be a blowout. My bad.
I thought it was gonna be like 34-14. I thought it was gonna be that.
And it came down to a fourth and goal.
Came down to last seconds. The time ran out.
And I just really felt that, it was going to be a difficult game for South. I knew they was going to pull it off, but they were missing, the head coach Dixon. So
You think that was a big difference?
it's like taking the CEO out of a company. It can still function, but it's just not going to be that well-tuned machine. And the guys there, let's give credit where credit due. They pulled it off without him.
Well, some people were wondering if it was going to motivate them or hurt them, and it looked like it might have hurt them. Island Coast is a strong team, don't get me wrong.
Right.
They got athletes.
It was at least six D1 talents in that game. 3 on both sides.
And that's one of the things, we got a lot of kids we didn't mention in our top 10, and we might have to change that up because you got
A few weeks. We'll get a few weeks. It's 1 week.
You're right. Because now we're gonna get into the Dunbar game. Oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
Rocky.
Hey, remember last week I said Shock? I think I said Rocky, and a producer heard.
Oh, no, you got,
Hey,
you
but
got
her producer thinks I said Shock. I said Rocky was in my top 10.
Listen,
No.
8 sacks. Unbelievable. 8 sacks. But then you have to sit up and ask yourself, out of Baker, what were you thinking? You let a kid get 8 sacks?
Like
You double team.
what happened to your left tackle?
I'm going to triple team him. 8 sacks after 3. Listen, we sending the D line, the offensive tackle, the offensive guard, and the running back his
Yeah.
son.
Add
Yeah,
a fullback, but I don't think nobody can stop that guy. When that guy got his head down, going ready to go.
So you
I don't
think
nobody
it's
can stop
more
him.
about the athlete than it was the other team?
Yeah, it was.
Because some people say maybe it was the it was the offensive line he was playing against. I personally am with you and think it's the athlete.
I mean,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, the offensive lineman not sitting there saying, "I'm gonna let you beat me."
Yeah, because they
warm out.
competitors too.
Yeah, they're competitors too.
Now and then, let's go back to South game. We had some talent out there, you know, Mr. Superman, Showtime, Marlon Gaiman. He stepped up and did his thing. And then you also had Riley Ware, had a big game.
Oh my God!
Kickoff return.
He really stepped up. Like it was no surprise, but big time games, he showed up. He showed up.
And you had Kenny Benjamin on your top.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
he'll be good. He's gonna be fine.
That kid, you know, had a long run callback, but
Yeah, he'll be fine. I mean, it's, like I said, it's 1 week. You know, no need to panic for anybody, and there's no need to jump on bandwagons either.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? It's 1 week. You know, time will tell, and we'll see. Cream will rise to the top, like they say.
And like I told you earlier, you know, my boys from Bishop Verot did their thing, even though they came with a tough loss, but they still did a great job.
Now it was a good matchup in that Dunbar and out of Baker game.
Okay.
The matchup between
The guy you said,
Shockey,
the guy you
Jacques
mentioned,
Louis,
but the guy you mentioned,
but the guy that I mentioned last week on last show, I mentioned Isaac Williams. Isaac Williams, I said he changed.
we'll take it. Go Knights, go.
I mean, I'll take the W on right here. I mean, me
Yeah,
and you.
because me and you,
That
Ty.
4 looks real nice.
Hey,
I don't have to look back at that. I really don't.
So,
Cap, you got to get it together. Well, now with that being said, let's go into this week's predictions.
Okay. Lehigh versus Dunbar. I'm gonna pick Dunbar. I'm gonna give it to Dunbar.
And I'm in a limbo over that game.
Listen,
It's kind of with my heart on that one.
it's just, you just started something. You started something in one household. Shockey and Rocky, they finna start competing for that newspaper.
Yeah.
They gonna start competing for the MVP.
But I'm going to tell you one thing.
I said-
Rocky, you the player of the month, son. Great job. They can compete all they want to.
No.
8 sacks, player of the month.
Yeah, but
no doubt about it. Yeah.
I picked Dunbar. North Fort Myers versus Fort Myers. Whew. I mean,
Rough one.
I mean,
You got two of the best backs.
I'm gonna stick with Fort Myers because their defense. I like their defense and the way they pursue to the ball. I like it, and
Even against your boy Z White.
that's
that's your man.
That's the man. You know what I mean?
That's your guy.
But this is going to be, I would say, probably the game of the week this week.
Yeah, no
because
doubt.
you have the
No
top
doubt.
2 running
doubt.
backs in
Man.
Lee County,
It's the one I want to be at.
right?
You know.
But I thought you were going to your Cypress Lake.
No, not this week.
Oh.
I'm expecting a shootout like it was last year. They went into overtime last year. So, but I'm gonna pick Fort Myers because I feel like Fort Myers is a stronger team. Defense, you know, they about got similar offenses, but the defense, I think Fort Myers gonna pull it out. South Fort Myers versus Cape. If Equan Doris is healthy, I expect big things. Like I expect a record.
Okay.
I expect a record.
Wow, really?
Like, I expect a record, a single game record from
Really?
Equan Doors. I really feel.
I mean, Cape's D
if he's
wasn't-
healthy, if he's
It
healthy,
wasn't Cape's D last week.
if he's healthy,
All right.
I expect a record.
All right.
Bishop Barrow and Mariner. Let me see.
It's all right. You can say it.
That connection, Bessie the Tompkins, I like it. But they defense, I don't know.
So what you pretty much saying, you ride with Mariner. That's what you pretty much saying. Go on, say it.
Mariner
it
beat
out.
a sterile.
We ain't got all day.
Sterile. So I'm gonna ride with Mariner on this one.
Okay.
They got to prove me. They got to prove me wrong.
You don't have, yeah.
He might catch another loss on his column.
Riverdale and Palmetto Ridge. I'm going with Riverdale.
Okay. Yeah, the boys, I can't wait to see that line that they got over there. The boys say they got a line like that's just across the board. Just,
And they got a couple of receivers that really, I ain't noticed. I ain't know they had receivers over there, but they got them. We recognize you. Lemon Bay versus Stero. Willie Neal got to come up.
I mean, yeah, you can't hand him the ball 4 times
Yeah.
and expect to win. I mean, that's your guy.
The coach,
Willie Neal's supposed to be
coaches
the guy.
got to understand that.
That's a good coach over there.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm concerned, if that's your guy and you only give him the ball 4 times, and you trying to expect to win that game,
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like they were really playing from behind him.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you have a game changer, the game changer needs to touch the ball at least 10, 11 times.
At
in the
least,
game.
minimum.
At least.
And if he the only person, 20.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you know, we a Stero alumni, so we rooting for you.
oh yeah.
Northport versus Baker. I'm going with out of Baker.
Yeah, I think
I'm going without a
I
Baker.
think they'll pull that one out.
They got this one. East Lee versus Cypress Lake. I'm going with Cypress Lake.
Hey, boy.
Listen,
Isaiah Thomas.
but I was.
Yeah, you're late to the party, but we'll let you in.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you in.
I'm gonna hit the doorbell. I'm
Did
ringing
you
the
see
doorbell.
what East Lee
Open
just
the
did
door.
last week? Did you see what East Lee? They put
Oh, I
up
thought
50
you was talking about Hell Caesar.
Well, but listen,
Oh,
it's the week one.
It is
It's
week one. I mean, let's not get crazy.
But East Lee held him down. I
But
mean,
it's week one.
it's Hell Caesar.
Listen,
Is Hell
55.
Caesar? Is he Thomas?
Huh?
Is he Thomas?
I don't believe he is, but
I
I mean that's
believe
just
he
my. I mean you do, and that's okay, and he might be. I'm not saying
the
he's
kid over his career has 3,000 plus.
But
yards.
against Gateway, I mean not Gateway, but East Lee, and I got my hands on you, sir. Yes, against East Lee.
So you trying to bless me with some knowledge or something.
No, look to your right. Tell him.
What?
Tell him what Cypher's gonna do.
You already know what I
Just
think.
tell him what he gonna do.
You already know it. 47 last week. They're putting up points over there. They
What
got
about
offensive
easily
weapons.
pick up?
They got offensive weapons that nobody knows about. And they got a coach over there that was at Fort Myers High School for over 10 years running that wing T and knows,
I'm gonna put it like this.
knows how to run an offense.
Isaiah 3
He's gonna put up
touchdowns.
points.
Isaiah 3 touchdowns. Joseph 2.
All right.
All
Next.
right. Coast versus Naples.
That's no brainer. That's
Andrew, your picks.
no brainer. All right, we're going to go. Listen, this game is very, very hard for me. Dunbar over Lehigh. Like, I am like a guy divided right now. So I'm going to I want to stay neutral, but I have to pick. So I'm going to ride with Dunbar over Lehigh.
That's not what you said earlier.
What?
We had a meeting earlier, and that's not what you said earlier.
So
You know what? I'm
The drive over.
So we walking away from
I'm
Kerr?
gonna put some controversy in this story. I'm gonna put some controversy. Lehigh, let's go.
Oh, okay.
Lehigh, let's change
So
that.
he's sticking to
Lehigh
his
over
gun.
Dunbar. I still love y'all Tigers, but we going with Lehigh because I'm going
See
with
what I
baby
did there?
Marshawn
See
Lynch.
what I
Curry
did
chicken.
there?
Curry chicken.
Yes,
See what I
we
did
need
there?
that.
Gotta get a win any way you get a win.
I'm going Fort Myers over North. I'm going with South over Cape. But I'm riding with my boys that I brought on the show, Bishop over Mariner. I'm riding with these guys, upset of the week. That is my upset pick of the week. Then I'm riding with, why is
Why
Scott
is
looking
that
at
an
me?
upset?
I don't know. I didn't look at you.
Why
crazy
would
at
that
all.
be an upset?
Because Mariner
Why? Because
beat
they're a private
Estero,
school. Against a
and you
public
know
school.
Bishop lost to Estero. So my boys, they gonna get it together this week. I think they gonna get it together. So that's my upset pick of the week. Then I'm going with Riverdale over Palmetto Ridge. I'm going with Lemon Bay over Estero. I'm going with Cypress.
Oh yeah. I mean, you
ahead.
can do it. You
Go
can
ahead.
do it. You've been having trouble speaking all day, but you can do it. You all right. You're flip flopping. You're stuttering.
Cypress
Yep.
Panthers over East Lee, and then we're gonna do Naples, no brainer over Island Coast. Go ahead,
Right.
Owen.
Right, I got South over Cape, just like everybody else does. You know, it goes without saying why. I mean, Cape's got a tough defense, but not tough enough for that.
Yeah.
I got Fort Myers over North. I was flip-flopping all week about this one because I'm in love with Z-White just like you are. And I know that defense is tough at Fort Myers. But I just feel like, I just feel like Fort Myers is going to pull out in the end. But I won't be surprised if I'm wrong. I'll say that right now. Ernest Graham's a heck of a coach. They got a heck of a team over this year. And they might surprise a lot of people. And it's going to be a good game.
Right.
It's going to be exciting to watch with all those athletes out there. So, but I'm going to ride with Fort Myers.
Game of the week.
And that, yeah, absolutely.
Game of the week.
I got, just like you, I got Verot over Mariner, all day right now. I'm not saying it's an upset. I mean, but I got those Vikings. I got Lemon Bay over Estero. I got Ida Baker over Northport. I got my Panthers, of course, over East Lee. We'll see what happens. We'll know that again this time next week. I got Naples over Island Coast.
What
And
about Dunbar Lehigh?
Naples, huh?
What about your Dunbar Lehigh?
Did I skip that one?
Yeah, Dunbar Lehigh.
I got Dunbar all day. I'm gonna be riding with Dunbar
Lehigh,
pretty
let's
much
go.
all year.
I'm the only one.
I like.
Let's go.
I mean, how-
Put me up
Jacques
there.
Louis.
I mean,
Put me up
how
there.
we gonna
He's
sit
gonna
there? You
redeem
gonna see
himself.
Rocky do his thing?
See, I think Lehigh gonna come in with a little chip over on
And
his
the-
shoulder because the
they
two
did
star players
transfer.
transferred from
They
their
did
school to
transfer from
Dunbar.
Lehigh.
So I think this guy's gonna try to come and make a
But
statement.
that's another
They might,
thing.
but I mean,
just don't punt the ball.
Yeah, definitely.
don't punt
you know,
the ball.
don't
and
punt
don't
on the
drive
field.
and don't drive back and pass either
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you got somebody coming off the edge.
But the thing is, if he come with that pass rush and Marshawn Lynch come his way, Chris Curry,
Curry chicken.
Yeah,
it might get ugly.
it's another fun one to watch.
It might get ugly.
I don't know that.
But then they got Shannon Reeves over. So, they got one of the top linebackers over there at Dunbar. But I'm still riding with Lee.
Hey, nothing to beat a gallery over here.
Fans. You got fans. Listen, totally awesome.
So
Big
anyway,
Dream
my
Sports
last
TV
pick,
is
I got
no expect
Riverdale.
what you gonna get.
I got
Expect what you
Riverdale.
gonna get.
Hey man, it's exciting around here. Everybody wwants to talk.
I'm
you know
talking
what I
about
mean? Everybody wants
It's
to have their
football
opinion.
season.
Yeah.
How
What are
can
gonna
you
do?
not This city has changed right now. You know, the moms are out
with their shirts.
with their shirt.
What, the Dixon shirts or what kind of shirt? What do you mean? Anyways, I got Riverdale. My last pick is Riverdale.
Okay.
All right. So there we're at.
Okay, well, you see what we got
All right.
going on at Big Dream Sports TV. So we'll be right back after this short break.
That got loud.
Oh my God.
The focus of our program is to enhance speed, footwork, and explosive jumping ability. Don't delay and call your speed doctors today at 239-826-7891.
Welcome back, and right now we're in the closing of the show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm Andrew Layton.
Yes.
We have Cap Pert, Owen Gilliland. But I want to talk about something before we close out what's happening in the Dunbar community. Kids, put down the guns. Stop the violence. It's getting out of control right now. You kids are too young to be out here doing that. Like, we're losing lives left and right. It's, you know, the violence is getting out of control. I don't want to really, you know, this is a sports show, but this is something that is really hitting home for me because we are losing our kids out here. So please put down the guns. So with that, I'm gonna kind of wrap it up there, but don't let your talent get in the way of your responsibilities. We're Big Dreams. See you next week.
Let's go.